Good morning, new drivers and future drivers. Today we're going to talk about do's and don'ts. Now, as a Lyft driver, as a new Lyft driver on the platform, it's important that you understand do's and don'ts. And I'm going to bring you as many do's and don'ts as I can actually remember right now, okay? And if something else comes across my mind in the future, I'll bring them back to you. All right, so let's go to a few do's, okay? So it's important that you keep your vehicle clean at all times. I know that, some of you all work full-time jobs and, you come out and drive Lyft part-time, and sometimes it's hard to put to clean the vehicle, or you're just that tired where you don't want to clean the vehicle. Well, this is one of the most important things that you have to do. So it's a part of the job. Keeping your vehicle clean as a Lyft driver is one of the most important things that you can actually do. You want to make sure that you keep it vacuumed. You want to make sure that you keep it smelling good. You want to make sure that you keep the windows wiped and, your seats and things wiped and disinfected, because you have a lot of people that's getting in and out of the vehicle, and you don't know the current state of that individual's health, right? You don't know what they done been through, so it's important that you just don't jump in your car and drive from day to day just to get the extra money. Make sure that you keep your car clean at all times. Like I said, there's the Dollar Tree in places the Dollar Tree is one of the most affordable places that you can actually purchase reasonable cleaning, vehicle cleaning products, Well, anything that you can about think of, the Dollar Tree carries, but they have an automobile section at the Dollar Tree where you can actually find some pretty good products that would help you keep your vehicle in order, keep it clean and smelling good. They have disinfected wipes, where you can wipe your seats and stuff down with. They have armor oil, that you spray the tires down and wipe the dashboard and stuff like that. They have Windex. They have napkins. They have these little totes that you can keep that stuff in. You can take that stuff that you're going to keep your vehicle clean with on a daily basis and keep it in like a tote, so it won't be just all in the trunk. You want to keep that stuff uniformed and in a box with the lid on it, so that you can, get to that stuff as you need it. Now, keeping a good smelling car is in line with keeping a car that's clean, right? And the Dollar Tree carries those scented pine trees, those scented trees. They have several different flavors. They actually have the good ones that they sell in the auto parts store. I can't think of what the name of that brand is, but it's a really good those scented trees, and they're just $1.25, $1.25. you get you a handful of those and you just keep them in your box in the bag. Make sure they don't get wet so that you can keep them rotated so that the car can smell good at all times. Okay, so it's very important to keep your car clean and smelling good as a Lyft driver. Number 2, is to keep yourself clean at all times. To make sure that your hygiene is up to par. Okay, your hair might not be dead today. Your beard might not be shaped up. But and it might not be it might have some gray in it or whatever it is that you might don't have time to put no color and stuff in your beard and your hair and stuff. All that's fine. But a clean body is the most important. You can get you some moisturizer for your beard. You can get you some moisturizer for your hair. Make sure that your clothes are presentable. You don't want to be wearing any holy stuff, you see people out here driving in their pajamas and bags on their heads, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, but, yes, I wear it. This is a do-rag. This is for men that keep their hair groomed. I only wear white do-rags because it make it pure, make you pure, No, but, what I'm saying is just make sure that you're clean. Make sure that you keep yourself together. Keep you some lotion and things on your hands. Make sure that you thoroughly brush your teeth and you keep you some deodorant on. Like I said, Dollar Tree has all these things. A clean car and a clean hygiene is the most important thing, because a lot of times the customers get in the vehicle and the first thing they say is, oh, wow, this is a very clean vehicle and it smells good. You know what I'm saying? So, if you smell good, your vehicle smell good, and everything's good. Okay? Now, you can't have the car smelling good, but you funk it too. Because your funk is going to overshadow the smell of the vehicle, the good smell of the vehicle. So you want to make sure that those first two do's, that you put them on your list. Clean car at all times, good smelling clean car at all times, and keep yourself well groomed. Now, picking up disabled riders that has wheelchairs and walkers that will fit in the trunk of your car or in the back of your van or SUV. That's important. You have to accommodate a disabled rider. Now, this is tricky. Folding a wheelchair up and putting a walker in the trunk of your car, if it fits, is what you're supposed to do, because you're accommodating a disabled rider. Okay. All right. Now, let me see what else. Okay. Another do, be courteous at all times. Even if the people are not courteous, you continue to stay calm and you keep your composure and you be courteous, because you have the number one power that you can pull over to a safe place, parking lot, or a safe space on the side of the road, and you can cancel the trip. So remember that, people. Always remember that you do have the number one power. That if you feel uncomfortable or if you feel threatened or verbally abused in any way, cancel the trip. But make sure that you pull over to a parking lot, or make sure that you pull over to a safe place on the side of the road and cancel the trip. Okay? Now, choice of music, level of music. This is a don't. You have to be very mindful about the music that you play in your vehicle. Because if you're playing rap music and it's cussing, and someone has children in the car, that could offend them. or if there are people that don't like profanity or rap music, they could be annoyed by the music that you're playing along the ride. So you have to keep that music down at a very soft level, and you have to be mindful of the music that you're playing along while you're driving throughout the day. Okay, the music cannot be loud and stuff like that because it could interfere with the customer. Okay, the music cannot be distasteful, cussing, and things of that nature, because that could be annoying to the customer. Now, another don't. Back to these wheelchairs and these walkers. It's okay to accommodate the driver. You're supposed to accommodate them by folding up the walker in a chair. But what you do not do is you do not assist these people in the car and out the car. Okay? You do not assist these people, because here's why I'm saying this. Now, a lot of the customers are probably going to think that you're being nasty to them, but I'm trying to tell you how to protect yourself. Prime example, let's say you get to a stop to pick an individual up who's in a wheelchair, right? They can walk, okay? So you get the wheelchair from them, you put the wheelchair, no, you get there, they say, hey man, I can only walk a little bit, right? So you help them, they ask you to help them inside the vehicle, right? You help them in the vehicle, they fall and hurt themselves even more. You're going to be to blame because you helped them get in the vehicle. You understand? You're not insured. We don't make that kind of money. They removed all of the liability from us by making us independent. So they hold no liability to us. So you have to protect yourself. Do not help anyone get in the vehicle or out of the vehicle physically. If they cannot get in the vehicle or out of the vehicle on their own, then you tell them, say, with all due respect, ma'am or sir, I'm going to have to cancel this trip because I'm not going to be responsible if you fall and hurt yourself while I'm helping you in the vehicle or out of the vehicle. And I don't have any insurance to cover me in case I'm helping you and I hurt myself, because you can get hurt as well. And then when you reach out to Lyft, say, hey, I was helping a Medicaid rider get in the vehicle per the instructions that were sent to me attached to the ride, and I pulled a muscle in my shoulder and I'm gonna have to go to the doctor. They're gonna say, well, unfortunately, you are independent and there's nothing that we can do to help you. So this is why you do things to help yourself and to protect yourself, and you do not help these people in the vehicle, nor do you help these people out of the vehicle. Lyft is only paying us a small percentage of what Medicaid is paying them per trip. Okay? Transportation services that you see in your areas with the letters on the side of the vehicle, you know, that transport the Medicaid recipients to and from the doctors, and then wheelchairs and wheelchair vans and stuff like that. They have things that they have to do to fulfill their contract that they get paid handsomely for, right? Now, Lyft is getting paid the same kind of money, but they're paying the drivers a small percentage of that money. Now, Medicaid is expecting Lyft to do the same things that the transportation service is doing. Right? Now, meaning help the people in the car and out the car and assist them to the door and things of that nature, which the transportation service get paid handsomely for per trip. Lyft drivers are only getting a small percentage of the money from each trip that you pick up that's a Medicaid individual. So, Lyft is getting the bulk of that money. Right? And they're not trying to do anything to inform the drivers on how to maneuver around those situations. We're not getting paid the money the transportation services are getting paid. So if these people need care assistance attached to them as they travel to and from doctors, then Medicaid needs to attach care assistance to ride with them so that they can help them in the car and out the car as you pick them up and drop them off. Okay? So people, remember this. Do not help anyone get in the vehicle, nor do you help anyone get out of the vehicle. But the wheelchair and the walker, you have to fold that up and put that in the trunk of the car if it fits. Do not alter the wheelchair or the walker, because if you break it, you're going to be responsible for it. Don't take no screws out the wheelchair. Don't take no screws out the walker to make it fit. That's not your job. Your job is to fold it up and put it in the trunk of your car, in the back of your vehicle, if it fits. Okay? You will be responsible for a broken wheelchair or walker. Okay? If you take screws out of there and they break, you will be responsible for it. So do not take any screws out of there. You tell the person, say, with all due respect, I'm going to let you do that. You take the screws out of it and you put them back in. But I'll put it in the trunk of the car or in the back of the vehicle. So that's very important to know as a new driver and a future driver on the Lyft platform. Okay? Another don't. Don't be smoking no marijuana and getting back in your car. Don't be riding around with no weed in your car or in your pocket or your pocketbook. We know that marijuana has a very loud stench. Just because marijuana is legal in a lot of states and localities, everyone doesn't like the smell of marijuana. And some of this marijuana is so overbearing that it makes individuals that don't like marijuana sick. And it can make a person uncomfortable in the ride. So that marijuana smoking and stuff, you got to leave that alone, man, while you're driving. Because if you smoke outside the car, when you get back in the car, you reek of marijuana. It's in your hair, it's in your beard, it's on your clothes. So as you're driving, when people get in your car, they're smelling strong odor of marijuana. That's not good. Do not smoke while you're driving, even if you get out of the car and smoke marijuana. Okay? That's not good. All this stuff about, oh, I got some spray that eliminates the smell. Man, that is not this. If you smoke marijuana outside the car, if you smoke marijuana outside if you smoke marijuana outside the car and get back in the car, you're going to reek of marijuana. It's going to be saturated in your skin, your clothes, your hair. So you want to be sure not to smoke. Try not to smoke for those couple of hours. I know some people's hard, but don't do that. Okay? Another don't. Now, this is very important. You're going to pick up a lot of beautiful people, beautiful men, beautiful women, that you're going to think are very attractive. People, keep your comments and your gestures to yourself. Now, if the person invites themselves to you, or feel like they want to carry on a conversation with you by phone or whatever, that's something y'all have to work out. But I suggest that you don't just openly make sexual comments or be overly aggressive in an attempt to try to date someone or something like that that's riding in your vehicle. Because these people will report you. You know, people are anal when it comes to stuff like that. You know, so be mindful of these things when you see someone that you may like or you have a crush on or something like that. If they're interested in you, they'll say something to you, right? And then you have to still be careful with that. So you understand what I'm saying. But I wanted to just touch on a few things, some do's and don'ts, okay? Another don't. Please don't drink alcohol while you're driving on the Lyft platform. Please do not drink alcohol. You think because you put chewing gum in your mouth and all that stuff, you can kill the smell. Man, people can see that you're inebriated in some way. Inebriated or whatever, or disembobulated or whatever, however you want to say, or under the influence. So please be careful, okay? Do not be drinking. Man, leave all that stuff outside. Leave all that stuff. Drive for a couple of hours and then get off. Don't go back to driving. When you get off, drink, smoke all you want to. But please do not drink and drive people around. It's not good. So I just wanted to talk to you all, to you new drivers and future drivers today, about the do's and don'ts of a new Lyft driver and as a driver moving forward. Okay? I hope someone can take something from this video about do's and don'ts as a Lyft driver that can help them as they enter the platform to be a Lyft driver. Okay? This is a beautiful Saturday. Hey man, we got a great day ahead of us. So, you know, I'm about to get out here and get it cracking and get this bread. And you know, we're gonna until I come back the next time with another value video to help you new and future drivers. Be fully prepared as you enter this platform as a driver, enter the Lyft platform as a driver. Have a good day. Smile even if it hurts. And let's get this bread, baby.